Here are 15 foods that can cause heart disease. Without wasting any time, let's get into it. Number 1. Trans fats. There are two types of fatty acids, trans and cis, which are made up of bonds that give them their structure. Cis fat has single bonds, while trans fat has double bonds. Bonds are made of carbons, and these bonds can be double or single. The presence of single bonds in cis fats means that there is not a lot of unbound hydrogen, while the presence of double bonds implies that there are lots of unbound hydrogen. These hydrogen atoms can undergo hydrogenation, hydrogenation, which converts unsaturated fatty acids to saturated fatty acids. We've already established that trans fats have double bonds, which means they have lots of unbound hydrogen, which implies that they are produced through hydrogenation. Hydrogenation converts unsaturated fatty acids to saturated fatty acids. Saturated fats are solid in most temperatures, which means they can solidify when consumed. So this is why you usually hear that trans fat is saturated fat. I hope that is clear. So let's get on with it. Trans fats are commonly found in processed foods like fried items, baked goods, and margarine. Unlike other fats, trans fats raise LDL, which is the bad cholesterol. It leads to the transport of fat from the liver to your arteries. It also raises the levels of triglycerides and insulin, which all contribute to the formation of fat in the body, which has dire consequences. Trans fat also lowers HDL cholesterol, which is the good cholesterol, leading to an increased risk of heart disease and stroke. Additionally, trans fats promote inflammation and contribute to the formation of plaque in our arteries, further compromising heart health. Research has proved the direct connection of trans fatty acids with cardiovascular diseases, breast cancer, shortening of pregnancy period, risks of preeclampsia, disorders of the nervous system and vision in infants, colon cancer, diabetes, obesity, and allergy. We've spoken about all the negative effects of trans fats, so what do? Do we completely stay away from the foods we love to avoid this? While that will definitely be a game changer, it might not be that good for our mental health. I know it won't be for mine. This is why new technology of hydrogenation of oils is to be developed, which produces zero trans fatty acids at the same time preserve desirable properties contributed by trans fatty acids to the hydrogenated oils. While that is still brewing in the tech industries, it will be great to minimize our consumption of trans fat products. Number 2, sugary beverages. Sodas, energy drinks, and sweetened fruit juices are packed with added sugars, providing little to no nutritional value while significantly increasing calorie intake. Consuming excessive amounts of sugary beverages can lead to weight gain, insulin resistance, and metabolic syndrome, all of which are risk factors for heart disease. Moreover, frequent consumption of these beverages has been linked to elevated triglyceride levels, inflammation, and an increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes, further compounding cardiovascular risk. 3. Processed meats. Processed meats undergo various preservation methods such as curing, smoking, or adding chemical preservatives, which can increase their sodium, saturated fat, and nitrite or nitrate content. Regular consumption of processed meats like bacon, sausage, and deli meats has been associated with an increased risk of heart disease, stroke, and certain cancers. The high sodium content in processed meats can raise blood pressure, while the saturated fats contribute to elevated cholesterol levels and arterial inflammation, promoting cardiovascular damage. 4. Excessive salt. While sodium is essential for maintaining fluid balance and nerve function, excessive salt intake can lead to hypertension, which is a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke. Processed foods, canned soups, and fast foods are common sources of hidden sodium, contributing to the average person's daily salt intake, surpassing recommended limits of less than 2,000 milligrams per day. High sodium intake causes the body to retain water, increasing blood volume and subsequently raising blood pressure. Over time, hypertension can lead to damage of the arteries, heart, and other organs, increasing the risk of heart attack, stroke, and heart failure. 5. Sugary treats. Sweets like candies, pastries, and desserts are loaded with added sugars, providing empty calories devoid of essential nutrients. Regular consumption of sugary treats contributes to weight gain, insulin resistance, and inflammation, all of which are risk factors for heart disease. Additionally, high sugar intake has been linked to elevated triglyceride levels, reduced HDL cholesterol levels, and increased oxidative stress, further promoting cardiovascular damage. The rapid spikes in blood sugar levels caused by consuming sugary treats can also lead to insulin resistance and metabolic dysfunction, increasing the risk of developing type 2 diabetes and exacerbating heart disease risk. 6. Red meat. While red meat is a good source of protein, iron, and other nutrients, excessive consumption, particularly of processed and fatty cuts, can have negative consequences for heart health. Processed meats like bacon, sausage, and hot dogs often contain high levels of saturated fats, sodium, and preservatives, all of which contribute to arterial inflammation, elevated cholesterol levels, and an increased risk of heart disease. Even lean cuts of red meat contain saturated fats, which, when consumed in excess, can promote arterial plaque formation and cardiovascular damage. Additionally, the high iron content in red meat has been linked to oxidative stress and inflammation, further exacerbating heart disease risk. 7. Fast food. Fast food items like burgers, fries, and fried chicken are typically high in unhealthy fats, sodium, and calories, making them a significant contributor to heart disease risk when consumed regularly. These foods are often processed and laden with additives, preservatives, and artificial ingredients, further compromising their nutritional value. Excessive intake of fast food is associated with weight gain, insulin resistance, elevated cholesterol levels, and hypertension, all of which are risk factors for heart disease and stroke. 8. Fried foods. Fried foods like French fries, fried chicken, and donuts are typically prepared by deep frying in unhealthy oils, resulting in a high-calorie, high-fat final products. These foods are often coated in breading or batter, further increasing their calorie and fat content. The oils used for deep frying, such as vegetable oils and partially hydrogenated oils, contain trans fats and unhealthy saturated fats, both of which promote inflammation, raise LDL cholesterol, and increase the risk of heart disease. Additionally, the high temperatures used in deep frying can produce harmful compounds like acrylamide and heterocyclic amines, which have been linked to oxidative stress, inflammation, and an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. 9. Alcohol. Heavy alcohol intake raises blood pressure, promotes inflammation, and contributes to oxidative stress, all of which increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. Moreover, chronic alcohol abuse can lead to alcoholic cardiomyopathy, a condition characterized by weakened muscles and impaired cardiac function. Binge drinking, in particular, has been linked to arrhythmias, cardiomyopathy, and sudden cardiac death. 10. Refined grains. Refined grains like white bread, white rice, and pasta, when consumed excessively, can lead to heart disease. These refined grains undergo processing that removes the bran and germ, along with fiber, vitamins, and minerals. What remains is a starchy endosperm that is quickly digested and absorbed, leading to rapid spikes in blood sugar levels and insulin secretion. Diets high in refined grains are associated with obesity, insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and an increased risk of heart disease. Additionally, the lack of fiber in refined grains contributes to elevated LDL cholesterol levels and promotes inflammation, further exacerbating cardiovascular risk. High caffeine. 11. High caffeine beverages. While moderate caffeine consumption has been associated with certain health benefits, excessive intake of high caffeine beverages like energy drinks, pre-workout supplements, and certain teas can have adverse effects on heart health. Caffeine stimulates the central nervous system, increasing heart rate, blood pressure, and cardiac output. In susceptible individuals, excessive caffeine consumption can trigger palpitations, arrhythmias, and even cardiac arrest. Moreover, the high sugar content of many energy drinks and caffeinated beverages can further exacerbate cardiovascular risk by promoting weight gain, insulin resistance, and inflammation. 12. Full fat dairy products. While dairy products like milk, cheese, and butter can be part of a balanced diet, opting for a full fat variety may have negative consequences for heart health. Full fat dairy products are high in saturated fats, which raise LDL cholesterol levels and increase the risk of heart disease. 13. Deep fried snacks. Snack foods like potato chips, nachos, and deep fried appetizers are typically high in unhealthy fats, sodium, and calories, making them a poor choice for regular consumption. 14. Excessively spicy foods. While adding a kick to our meals, excessively spicy foods can trigger heartburn and acid reflux in some individuals, potentially exacerbating existing heart conditions. Moderation is key, especially for those prone to digestive issues. And last but not the least, 15. Artificially sweetened foods. Artificial sweeteners commonly found in diet sodas, sugar-free candies, and snacks may seem like a healthier alternative to sugar. However, some studies suggest that they may still contribute to metabolic issues and heart disease risk, albeit to a lesser extent than normal sugar. And we've come to the end of today's session. I hope you enjoyed. If you did and if you've learned something from it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for the benefit of others. Thanks for watching.